So this is the Parks Commission meeting. Today's date is Thursday, October 9th. It's 6 o'clock in the Slade Building. Jesse Alexander, 37 Lombard.
Jessica Hall, 2 Madison Way.
Hunter Young, 86 Ryan Hill Road.
Excellent. We do not have anybody from the public. And the budget, I do not have new budget numbers, so I do not have a budget to discuss. We can go through our old and new business. So we had a couple of field usage requests since our last meeting. No problems there. It was just soccer and then a field hockey request, but then they actually ended up canceling, so there was no issues. Everybody knows that they can't play this weekend, so that's good. Our parks event that we had, the summer social, I think it went really well. We had a good turnout. There were a lot of people. I've heard some really positive feedback on it. Anybody have thoughts for next time or anything?
Probably another food vendor.
Another food vendor, yes, I agree. Giacomo's, I think they didn't realize how many people were going to be there. So another food vendor is a good call out. I did submit the paperwork for reimbursement, so we paid for it, and now they'll reimburse the accounts.
It was well received. People seemed to really like it. We had a good turnout. So.
Yeah. I think we should try to do it again next year. The grant for that same grant is actually due next week or the week after, no, next week, October 16th. So I'll try to apply again. I thought that we could use the money for a couple events, but we can only use the money for that event. So we ended up not using all the money that we were given for the grant. And now I know what we need to ask for and that we have to use it all at once. Okay. Good with the summer social? I liked it. I liked the name. I don't know. I thought it was fun. Mm-hmm. The Green Sisters were great. Yep. Kids had a fun time. I would pay the bounce house people more money next time because they were watching everything and monitoring it. So that was like having them there was very, very important. But I think overall it was good. Another food vendor would be great, but everybody else I think did enjoyed it. So we'll do a pickleball update. The basketball court's been resealed. We were talking about maybe dual purposing them. I haven't heard any other requests from people. It's kind of in a standstill until we find out what's going on with our budget to see what we have for funds if we're able to do anything like that.
And it's been resealed and relined, so we would just, if we were to dual purpose it, just relining it with different lines for pickleball.
Yep, adding in new lines and buying a net. Which I think before we go and create a massive pickleball field somewhere, that would probably, dual purposing would be a good idea because we could see what the actual desire for it is, how many people are actually using this. Does it make sense to build its own, start our own courts? Do you have thoughts, Hunter?
Just relining it would seem confusing on the basketball court.
Yeah, there were a lot of lines on it. We can always change it,
Yeah.
If we tried it for a year, saw that we got a lot of, really it's what the townspeople want, right?
Yeah.
So, if there's a lot of people that want pickleball, and I don't know how to find out. I think our first step is to figure out what we have for funds, and then maybe we could do like a survey online or something about pickleball. See how many people would actually be into it. Because I would hate to, do a grant and put all this focus and money into creating a whole field and then having like 10 people in town that want to play.
There's been one request, I think, so far.
I've had about 3.
3, okay.
Yeah. I've had about 3. And I don't know if it was like the excitement of Gardner's opening up that kind of spurred
In
those on.
Baldwinville or Templeton, one of them just opened one as well.
Oh, did they?
Has a court.
Okay. So I think it's, something to think about, but I don't think we have to act until we get more feedback from the town. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was on our last thing, request for pavilion usage. I really would like to come up with something. This is on my to-do list, and I need to do it. So we had talked about doing a $20 charge for 4 hours and then $50 for a full day of usage. Obviously, we're not going to get a lot of stuff now because we're heading into winter, but it would be a great time for us to just create, some kind of agreement. The first step is to get approval from the select board that we can do that. So I can just write something up to Nate, what our idea is, and have him bring it up at one of the next select board meetings.
Is this for private usage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Not for, like, nonprofits. So it'd just be for,
Yeah.
like if you wanted to rent it for your birthday.
Which I think they'd probably have to provide a certificate of insurance for it.
It'd actually be covered under us with a rental agreement,
Oh, okay.
which is part of if we had a transaction where they paid us money, it helps cover that.
Okay.
From what I know, I mean, obviously we have to talk to the select board and make sure that that's all copacetic, but that's what other towns are doing, and it's, they don't always have to provide their certificate of insurance. Only if you're serving like alcohol that have to get a pour license. I wouldn't want to go down that road. So I guess we'd have to talk about that. But, like if you want to have a birthday party for your child there, which we did have a couple this past summer, and people loved it. So once they started using it, they really enjoyed it. So I think having set rules in place would really help us as well. Okay, any thoughts on that? More thoughts? No? Just skip this next one because we can't use that money. We had talked about doing something in the winter. I mean, if we still have some funds when we find out the budget, maybe we could talk about something, putting something together for the towns or something small. If we end up putting up the ice rink, we'll have to make that decision. Maybe we could do like cocoa at the ice rink or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know when we would make that decision. I mean, the ground can't be frozen for us to put the stakes in. I've never put the ice rink up, so I don't know what that entails. Have you ever been involved in putting up the ice rink?
No.
No? Okay. So we'll have to find out what that looks like. And it's been so hard lately because besides last year, it's been really warm winters. So ice wasn't freezing. Last year was the exception, so I don't know. What are your thoughts about putting it up?
Where does it go?
It goes actually on the rec field, kind of near the basketball courts.
Okay.
There was like a flat spot on one of the fields that I think they put it up on. I'd reach out to, the previous parks members just to find out what their experience was with putting it up.
Because I can't remember if we did it ourselves or if DPW did it. I don't know.
Okay. I think parks did it themselves when they had a bunch of people. We obviously are not a bunch of people. That might be Joshua. I'll grab it real quick. Hello. Come on in. You're just in time to talk about ice rinks.
Oh, okay. Gambling on the weather.
Exactly. That's kind of, that's kind of what we're trying to decide, really, because we'd have to put the stakes in before they froze. You were you've been on parks for a while. Have
Yes.
you been since they've done the ice rinks?
I don't know. I don't think so. We didn't do it last year.
No. I
No.
haven't done it since I've been,
Yeah.
so I think like 2 years maybe.
Yeah. That's about what I've done as well, and I
Okay.
have not done it.
So I thought maybe I'd reach out to them, find out what it entails, and what their thoughts are, where they would put it, or where we would put it, and kind of decide from there if we want to. We would have to, like clear the ice, clear the snow off of it if we got a lot of snow. I mean, it would kind of be a parks thing, not DPW.
Yeah.
Or the people who want to use it.
Or the people that want to use it. Yeah, exactly right. Leave a shovel. I am not a big ice skater,
Yeah.
so
Right,
I
right.
don't know.
I would assume someone brought in water to fill it, like,
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
I mean, all those details, because it would have to have water in it.
exactly. Yep, yeah. I don't know if they had it delivered. They must have, because we don't have town water or anything. So,
Hmm.
or filling up buckets. And
No, I don't think it was a bucket brigade.
Let me find out, get a little bit more information, and maybe we can kind of talk about it offline.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I think that I think the ice rink's a good idea though.
Yeah.
And doing a little thing when we open the ice rink,
yeah, it would be
some
fun.
sort of small thing like, hey, look, we have an ice rink. Because I have lived here for almost 20 years and did not know that there was ever an ice. Although I live right next to a pond that I can go skate, but I know a lot of people are a little nervous about like when
Real ice
it's okay
ponds.
to, and that enough cold weather to freeze over the ice rink. You don't need much to
Right.
freeze over the little ice
Right,
rink
right.
safely, whereas the pond,
do.
you need it pretty solid before you're going to feel all that safe going out on it. I mean, I usually like to see snowmobile tracks on it before I want to go out and ice skate on it.
That's a good call.
So,
That's a good call. Yeah, so you weren't here, but we, the funds that are left over from the grant, we cannot use. It
Mhm.
all had to be used for that one event, the summer social. So this would
Okay.
be just out of our regular budget,
Okay.
which I don't have a new budget, so I'm trying to find out what that looks like too at the
Okay.
same time. So if it's not, if it doesn't, wouldn't incur a large cost, maybe we could do the ice rink one more time. Look at the
Mhm.
Farmer's Almanac and see what it says about
Frost.
I don't know, ice, the coldness, because
Yeah.
besides last year, it was really difficult.
mhm.
So I'll get some more information on that, and then we can kind of circle back.
Okay.
So we need to inspect the Christmas lights, the lights that are on the tree by the church.
Mhm.
I'm lost now. It's that way.
Yeah.
At the building that they had just purchased.
Mhm.
We have been in charge of the lights. That's kind of what we do for the tree. I did buy new strands last year and we put them up. I haven't looked, so maybe sometime this week I can grab my extension cord and just
Plug
run
it
it
in
and
and
see what
see.
it looks like.
Yeah.
At some point, if we had money in the budget, it would be a nice idea to like just strip the tree and start over, because there's like
Many
a
strings
lot
of dead
of
lights.
strands that are just dead sitting there. But it also might make the tree look full.
Yeah.
The tree itself is not in the best shape.
Mhm.
It would be really awesome if we could get a tree donation. I don't
Mhm.
know. I think that's how they got this one.
Yeah.
But I think she's Katie Young does the tree lighting or the lighting event, and I think she's doing it November 30th.
Okay.
So we got to make sure that we've got everything squared away for that date
Okay.
by 11:30. So I don't mind just checking out the lights, and then I'll let you guys know if we do have to put some more up. I'll reach out and see if anybody wants to help throw up some strands.
Okay.
That's what we did last year.
Yeah.
And then maybe next year, if we have enough money in the budget, we could just take them all down and kind of start over.
Yep.
So Wild came out and they shut down our irrigation system on October 1st.
Good. Good.
We have to have another company, Cliff Cummings they're called,
Mhm.
to come out and They are the ones that blow out the actual pump.
Okay.
So Wild can blow out all of the sprinkler heads and everything, but they can't do the system itself. So this Cliff Cummings company comes in, they drain the whole system and get all the water out of it, so there's no risk of freezing and
Yep.
exploding pipes during the winter.
Yeah.
And then they take a gasket of sort. There's some piece of the material of the equipment that we can't leave out over the winter, so they
Okay.
take it and they store it for us over the winter.
Okay.
Wild was $250, no change in that. This one's going to be $175 to have them do it. So, it's still under $500.
Yeah.
For those invoices. They are, I think Cliff Cummings said they wanted to come, not this Monday, but the following Monday. I'm still in August. Yes. So I have to just be there to make sure that the bandstand is open for them to access. Yeah, so the 20th, October 20th. Which is fine, and it seems reasonable. I did ask them, because we've been told for a while that there was like something wrong with the irrigation system. So I did ask Wild what their thoughts were, and he said, they replaced a bunch of parts at the beginning when they opened us up. And since doing that, everything looks great. So
Okay,
maybe that it just needed a little extra love. But it looks like there's still, it's usable. There's no issues that I can tell or that I have heard.
Good.
Any thoughts on that?
No, that sounds good.
No? Sounds good? Excellent. We're just cranking through this. I love it. And then we have to set a date to get the porta potties removed.
Do you know when the last is there sports things?
Yes, and it's on that Google Calendar that I
Oh,
had
right.
put out. I don't have my phone on me, do I? I want to say they're going late this year. I had written down mid-November. I think we usually tried to do the 15th, but I think they have a game going all the way to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So obviously depending on the weather. If there's snow in the forecast, we should have them pulled. And then just tell soccer, I'm sorry, but you've got one game that one day, their bathrooms might not be available. That's my only thought. I don't have the calendar on my phone either, sorry.
Here we go. I got it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Town soccer games. Looks like the last one's November 15.
It is November 15th? I
Yeah.
thought they went further. Okay,
I
perfect.
don't see anything. Oh wait, no, hold on. No, that's wrong. That's the Saturday games.
They had some during the week, I remember. I looked
Yeah.
quickly. See, I went to digital and I shouldn't have. I'm a paper person.
I've got so many Google calendars, it's hard to see which ones are which. Let me just turn off all the other calendars and then I can actually see it. Okay, there we go. U10 Field, Quabbin Youth Soccer. That is November 27. On Thanksgiving? For real, they're having a game on Thanksgiving? Is that accurate?
I'm going to follow up with
Yeah, I want
them.
to just double check that that's correct.
Yes, I'm going to follow
I
up
don't
with
think
them.
they're having a game at 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving.
Maybe they are. Maybe it's a very...
It's a very special game. I would be
It's
surprised
like
about
their
that.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, so double check on that.
Yes. So once, I wanted to try to keep them for all the soccer games. Actually, I know I have that email too.
Yeah.
Did you have something, Hunter?
I don't know why you'd have a soccer game on Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it seems a
It's a little
little
chilly
wild,
for
huh?
soccer too, usually, but
But I will confirm with them, and then we'll just plan on taking them down, having them removed.
Yeah, I think
before,
that-
around their last one.
that's the best plan, even if there's a little bit of inclement weather before then. Still, if they're going to go out there and play soccer, they should be able to
Use the bathroom. Yep, yeah, I agree with that. So I'll confirm, and then I'll just let you guys know. They were cleaning the potties tomorrow for the Nonsuch Fest Saturday. So
Okay.
they were able to push that out. Typically, they did Wednesdays throughout the summer. So that is that. That's the whole thing.
That's the
You
whole
missed-
agenda.
The whole agenda. You missed a
Right.
couple things.
The pickleball.
The pickleball. So we were talking about, dual purposing again. I really would like to get a feel for what the town wants before we use all of our resources and look into actually like creating a field somewhere and doing this big
Yeah.
court and getting grants. I would not like to do that for, like 10 people that are going to use it.
Yeah.
So I don't know the best way to do that. If it's like a survey, maybe there's like a.
So did we hear that are people can people pickleball on the basketball court? Is dual use an option?
Yes, dual use is an option. Yes,
Yeah.
it's not the prettiest option, but it would be
This is not league competitive professional
Right.
pickleball.
Yes.
This is recreational
exactly
pickleball.
exactly.
Okay.
Did we still need select board approval to make it a multi-purpose court, or?
I don't know that we do. I can
Okay.
ask because
Well, I thought Nate was wondering if we did.
okay.
I thought, unless I'm misremembering that. I thought that's what he.
I know we did about the pavilion because it was gifted to the town, but this is the basketball courts, the parks.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
don't necessarily
Okay.
know that. I think more he was saying like we should find out who's using the basketball court,
Okay.
what they're using it for, and what that impact would be.
Yeah, but I mean,
Um,
just having extra lines painted on it and pickleball net that's stored off to the side and like bolted to the ground.
Right.
Should
Yeah.
not interfere with people's ability to use it for basketball.
Right. It might get a little confusing with lines all over the place, but you should
Different
be able
color
to do it.
lines. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen
Different
courts that
colors.
are like three different
Three in
sets
one.
of lines. So
Checkers painted on it as well.
Yeah. Just
Um,
ignore the blue lines. That's for pickleball.
Yeah. So I like the idea of dual purposing them. Some of the concerns that we were talking about before had to do with like if we have a lot of people and there's a lot of interest, then there's going to be that kind of stuff. I just would want to find out like what people are thinking. If
Yeah.
if there's a handful of people that want pickleball, I think dual purpose is fine.
Yeah.
If there's 1,000 people that want to start a whole pickleball league, then maybe they can help us figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Sounds good. So I'll ask if we need approval. And I mean, this would be something we'd do next year anyways. I can look at the budget, see what we have in it. And if we have enough money, we could just get it relined and get a
Yeah.
net for opening of next year.
Yeah, I feel like that's really the best way to assess the genuine demand
Right.
is to make an initial step, and if it's just wildly popular, that will become obvious.
Right. Yeah.
And if there's a whole lot of people who want to post on Facebook to say we ought to have a pickleball court and they never show up, that
Right.
will also be obvious.
Exactly.
You get opinions on both sides of
Yeah, yeah.
that conversation.
Yeah,
Yes.
but nothing gives you a better demonstration than
Who's showing up?
here
Who's
is
physically
the
using it?
actual,
Mm-hmm.
an actual opportunity rather than just talk, you
Right.
know. I mean, I've been involved in a lot of groups where there's a lot of people who have no intention of actually coming to an event, who have no end of opinions about what the event should entail.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, that
I
is
mean,
very true.
Might be good to get a quote on what a net would
Yeah.
cost.
Sure,
I
yeah.
know preliminarily the lining of the court for basketball was $1,200.
Mhm.
So I would assume pickleball lines would be somewhere probably in the same range.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it could be a bit of an expenditure in the budget.
Yeah. Well, is that just for the lines, or is that's just for the
1,200
lines?
For the lines.
Just for the lines.
Yep.
For the lining.
Things are always more expensive than you think they
Yeah.
are.
They certainly are. Actually, I thought 1,200 was reasonable
Yeah.
for the lining, but
Okay.
I didn't know what to expect either.
Okay.
So I usually think high, just so
Yeah.
that I'm a little bit more excited about it. Does anybody want to get a price on a net? Does somebody just want to see what it looks like? What kind of something. If not, I can do it, but.
No, I don't think you should do everything. I mean, I worked on the project with the, sealing the court and
Yeah.
lining the court.
Getting it all.
I'd be happy to continue with the lining quote if
Mhm.
someone else wants to look at a net.
We'll just see how much it costs and shoot us an email, let us know.
Okay.
A removable one, a movable one, or whatever they call it. That would be great.
Just so we have a sense of cost for the project.
Right. That sounds good to me. And then we can have an idea and then see, if we have some extra wiggle room in the budget, then maybe it's something we could earmark for next year.
Mhm.
Put it down. And then we talked about the pavilion, so I just got to talk to Nate and get approval from the select board if we were to come up with a process and charge like we were talking about. People aren't lined up to rent it right now, obviously with
Yep.
winter coming, so I'd like to have that in place for next year if we can, for like spring.
Okay.
So that's kind of it. Does anybody have anything else? Any other thoughts?
Nope.
No? Any thoughts on your end? No? All right, excellent. Nice and easy. I love it. So
You
we're...
have an official adjourning the meeting thing.
Yes. We need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Excellent.
Second.
Second. And I am with it as well.